In lesson 12.7, we're going to look at trigonometric ratios. And we did this earlier in the year, so it should be a review. Sine, cosine, and tangent. I'll just put them all and then we'll look. Okay, so sine, we know, is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse. And then tangent is opposite over adjacent. And remember, we talked about SOHCAHTOA as being one way to remember, or Oscar had a handful of apples. So make sure you know about sine, cosine, tangent, and what those ratios are. I'll just pop these up also. I'll stop there. Okay, so we have sine A. So that means we're coming off of angle A, sine A, and because sine is opposite over hypotenuse, we go to the opposite side. That's where this A came from, and our hypotenuse is across from the right angle on a right triangle, and it's the longest side. So that's our C. So sometimes you're just asked to write the ratio. If we were coming off of angle B, let's look at something different. Let's go down to tangent. So we're coming off of angle B for all three of these, and for tangent, it's opposite over adjacent. So the opposite side is B, and the adjacent side is A. And even though side C is also adjacent, remember that has a special name, it's the hypotenuse, so that's not considered the adjacent side. All right, we're going to do one applied problem. So if you look up from the middle of the football field to the top of the gym, you see the angle of elevation is 41 degrees. If you're 250 feet from the base of the gym, how tall is the gym? So a good way to start this is to draw a picture. And at any time, remember to pause the video, jot down some notes. Now when you're drawing the diagram, perhaps you pause the video, and you came up with something like this. Okay? So it says we're looking up from the middle of the football field to the top of the gym. Here's our angle of elevation, 41 degrees, and we're over here. It says we're 250 feet, and how tall is the gym? Here's the height. So now we have to decide if we're going to use sine, cosine, or tangent. And before we even do this, pause the video, and in your calculator, you want to go to mode and click over, and if it's not set to degrees, set it to degrees. Okay, so we're coming off of angle 41 degrees. X is the side opposite. So we know we're either going to be working with sine or tangent because they have opposite in their ratio. And then we have 250 degrees is adjacent. So then I look at my three choices, and tangent is the one that uses opposite and adjacent. So instead of saying tangent A or tangent B, we're going to say tangent 41 degrees. And now if you remember from geometry, when we multiply both sides by 250, tangent 41 is actually equal to a decimal value, but your scientific calculator will automatically do that. So pause the video and see what you get when you type in tangent 41 times 250. Okay, so on this slide, I actually put the decimal value. You do not have to put the decimal value. I just wanted to remind you that sine, cosine, tangent, when they're paired with an angle amount, they're equal to a decimal, and the decimal is typically rounded to 4 places. So 250 times our tangent 41, you got x is approximately equal to 217 feet.